What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Captain Neil here, Weeky Watchy Waterman, out here at the one and only Chassahowitzka River Campground. So guys, from the title, as you guys seen, everything has changed. And we're going to go over a few of those things that have changed, not just with me, but with the campground in general. So, as most of you have may heard, the campground here recently went up for sale. Swift Mud owned it, and they decided all the work that needs to be done here, not worth it, time to sell. So people have ranted and raved and cried and moaned and held signs and picketed and made noise and shared posts, and we've all signed petitions, everything like that. And yeah, the campground is no longer for sale. The county, Citrus County, ended up buying it, and now it's good for at least another 40 years. But here's the things we got to go over. The state of the campground, not good. Campground itself, where everybody camps, great. The boat ramp, the fish house, all that stuff, not in the best conditions. So we'll try to walk around a little bit, show you a little bit what it looks like, and then I'll show you another thing that have changed here on the channel. So stay tuned. Let me show you around a little bit. All right, guys, so coming up to the store here, you notice to the right you got the kayak lockers. They're all beat up, broken. Everything's kind of just like left the way it was. You notice the fence going all the way around, the no trespassing signs. That was all put up by the state. They put the fence up, haven't touched a single thing. All the boat ramps there, all the docks there in front of you, all inaccessible. These docks right here, the entire wall, all inaccessible. No one can use it. You can park up to it, but you can't get to the parking lot, obviously, from this fence right here. Coming around the side of the little boathouse there, people are still using that. They still have that open. You look at the ramp's completely filthy, potholes all over. The parking lot is completely destroyed. It's such a pain to get the boat in and out. As you can see, no bathrooms, so they do have porta potties, which is a good thing. But look around, this parking lot is absolutely toast. They're gonna have to redo the parking lot eventually. The potholes are so bad that it's literally bouncing people's boats off their trailers. They're breaking people's wheel bearings, they're bending people's axles, blowing out people's leaf springs. People are getting flat tires, all kinds of bad stuff here. The people who used to lease this property through the state just... Alrighty, so now that you've seen the state of the boat ramp, how everything looks, the place is run down, dude. The person that was leasing it from the county obviously did not take care of it. They never kept up with the upkeep, it seems like. It's really just not cool, you know? It's not cool. So, it is what it is. There's nothing really anybody can do about it now. But once the county takes over, hopefully they do something cool and pretty much redo everything. That would be ideal. So, from here, we're going to show you guys exactly what we got going on. This is what's changed with us here on the channel. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you our 2026 Crestliner Retriever. There it is, guys. So, some of you may know, some of you don't, but this is our brand new 2026 Crestliner Retriever front center console with a 150-105 jet on the back. It is the 80th anniversary from Crestliner. This is the heavy duty model. And let me tell you, this thing is an entire different animal than the mud motor. For starters, it's about 20 miles an hour faster. Secondly, it definitely runs in right around the same amount of water. Now soft sticky mud, probably not the same, but I never ever get my chance to hit soft sticky mud. That's more of like a Louisiana, North Florida thing. We get a lot of sand and rock here, and I kind of figured, you know what, this is the way to go. So this boat's equipped with a jet bottom and a tunnel. So you guys see that tunnel there sticking out? That allows the front of the motor to be up a little higher than the bottom of the boat. Lets you run in really shallow water. So I've done some mods to it. Got a couple rod holders here, some bungee ropes. Put the Bimini top on it. We got the Garmin on it. We put a steering wheel on it. Bought a brand new cooler for it. Got brand new anchor poles from Mad Mosquito Outdoors. We got some cup holders equipped on it. As you guys can see, we got the Garmin up there. Works perfect. We even bought this little doodad right here, the old Vevor. This is Vevor's 12 volt, 55 pound thrust GPS spot lock trolling motor. And what I liked about this, flat front. Trolling motors I was looking at, they stuck out about this far, and I definitely do not want to rip my trolling motor off on a dock. That's the reason why I went with the Vevor. So we're gonna get this thing in the water here in a little bit, and get ready for some videos to come, because we're taking this place somewhere where we took it right around the same year last year. So if you haven't watched it, go check out the videos and scroll to about a year ago. You'll be able to see where we were last year, and then now, here we go. We're taking this now. So let's see what we can get into today, guys. Thank you again. Appreciate all the love, all the support. And we're back from our 3-month break from YouTube, and we're gonna be constantly uploading. All right, guys, well, welcome to my 2026 Crestliner Retriever front forward center console. We got some tasteful mods on this boat that we've added in the last 2, maybe 3 weeks. We put a brand new cooler on it. We took our Bimini top off of the old boat that we sold, and yes, the Go Devil is sold. You won't be seeing that boat on this channel anymore. You'll probably see Rob's. Rob's is similar, but his is the center console, so it'll be a little different. It'll look just like my boat, but I promise you it's not going to be. We put some rod holders on the boat here. We got a Bimini top, and we have a really cool function with this Bimini top. So this Bimini top has a track system where it can slide to the front of the boat, to the back of the boat, whatever you want. If you want shade in the back, you got it. If you want shade in the front, you got it. Right now I have it set up in the middle where it covers the back seating area here, and obviously my console. In the front, if you come around this way, as you guys can see, the boat is extremely stable. Plenty of deck space for 2 to 4 people to fish. And our new Vevor trolling motor. We're gonna do a review on this here in maybe the next couple weeks. This is a new thing that Vevor came out with. A lot of you know Vevor makes everything. I have their cooler, I have their trolling motor, I have their ice maker. I have so much Vevor stuff, it's not even funny. But we have their trolling motor, and from what I've used so far, it actually works really good. So on that note, we're out here in the bay. We're pretty far from the bay. If you look over that way, you're gonna see we're kind of far from land. We're at the first bird rack. It's an extreme low tide today, negative 0.03. Not too bad, but still a good one. I was gonna play around out here for some trout. Not seeing what I want to see today, so it's really not that big of a deal. I'm kind of just still getting used to know this boat, and still trying to figure this thing out. So not that big of a deal if we catch anything or not. That's really not the whole point of today's mission. It's just get more time on this boat, because we are taking this thing on a long trek that we usually do every year. So you guys stay tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because our next upcoming videos are going to be pretty insane. So we're going to be putting this boat through the ringer, taking it a very long way, and it's going to be a good time. But we'll come right here, right underneath you there to the console. I'm going to walk all the way around. So we have our Garmin 94 SV right there. That's a 9-inch screen. That came off the old Go Devil as well. We got a grab bar mounted, windshield, gauges for fuel and RPM, all our switches for our aerated live well. We got a bilge pump, and we have our nav lights, and also a master power button. I added some cup holders because we noticed that this boat only has one cup holder, and when you got 4 guys out here fishing, you need all the cup holders you can get. So added some cup holders. Comes standard with these seats. This is the 80th anniversary edition, so this is the only one that's going to come in white, I believe. That's kind of what I heard through the dealer. That's the only reason this boat is white, is because it is a special edition 80th anniversary. So very nice gloss white, nice and shiny. I can't keep my hands off of it. I've already had Rob do the ceramic coat on it, and I've been, you know, waxing it pretty much every time I take it out after I wash it. So all the way in the back here, we have the Mercury 150-105 jet. This motor here, lightest in its class, so it's the lightest 150 on the market, the lightest jet drive on the market, and it's been doing great. The only thing we've done to it so far is we lifted it up a notch, got it a little higher in the tunnel, and it seems to be working great. So I think we might do a little cruise with you guys, just to show you kind of what this boat is somewhat capable. It's really hard to show you out here in the bay. This boat absolutely rips in the canals. It goes around the corners, it slides, it runs extremely shallow. In some cases, it actually runs shallower than my mud boat, which is kind of weird to say, right? So, other than that, that's basically it. It's just a full-fledged ripper, and we're gonna see what we can do with it. All right, guys, so sitting here on the bench seat. This seat does fit 2 people, 2 averagely sized people. Me and Julia we can sit up here and ride, no problem. Me and Rob can probably ride, no problem. You're definitely not fitting more than 2, but it handles it well. It's got a footrest down here. But on that note, let's get her fired up and get her moving along here. So the cool thing about these outboards is you just touch the key. You don't have to hold it, you just touch it and it starts for you. So that's a cool thing. Another thing is the motor's running right now and I can still talk to you. I can talk to people on the boat, I can talk to people around me, people behind me, people on shore. That's probably my favorite thing about this boat, is that I can talk to people now. It's not so loud and so obnoxious that people can't hear what I'm saying when they're sitting right in front of me. That was my biggest pet peeve with the mud motor there. That, and it was a real workout to move. So you can see behind us, the jet is pumping, and it pumps all the time. So that's the thing with the jet drives. There's really no neutral. They're constantly, I guess you would say, constantly in gear. Has that cup in the back that kind of holds the water kind of still, but not as much as, you know, a regular outboard would just be in neutral. So it's still not enough to really even make a difference. You do notice it, and I have been using it to my advantage, especially at a dock where the wind's blowing me off the dock. You could just turn the motor and it'll hold you against the dock, which is a really cool feature. So it's starting to have its benefits already. But let's take off here, and we're in about 2.5, 3 foot of water right now. So let's cruise around, let's get into some shallower stuff, and I'll show you a little bit of what this thing can do. So I think I will zip over onto the flats where the sand is, and we'll go play in some sand. The sand was the mud boat's biggest enemy. That mud boat would not run in sand whatsoever to save its life. So so here we'll run out, we'll run over to the flats, and we'll show you how shallow water it can run in. center console in the outboard. You can sit here, you can hear me talking, and we can run like this and have conversations with people who are riding with us. Something I've never been able to do with the mud boat. And right now, we're about, I'd say, a little half throttle, cruising around 28-ish miles an hour. I give it full throttle, that'll bump us right around 35 miles an hour. Yep, so right now, we're running about 34.7 miles an hour, and that's all just because of how rough it is. Very windy, very choppy out today, so. Very choppy out here today. How shallow it is. Now we're sitting on bottom.
So right here, guys, as the boats just touch bottom, probably in about 2, maybe 2.5 inches of water right here. The camera's panning over to the right. I noticed this jet ski was sitting here when I just came through on a plane. I didn't realize he's actually sitting on bottom. He's stuck right there. The guys up there on the boat to the right that are out walking around, they're also stuck. As you can see, I'm playing with the trim, just seeing if the motor is actually touching the bottom. It's pushing out nice clean water, so the tunnel jet's doing its job. And as you can see, you look down at the ground there, we're actually still moving. So I'm actually idling right through this stuff. And it was so impressive. And I'm just looking around, you can see me there. I'm like, oh my gosh, all these people were stuck. So, pretty interesting. But I'm going to get up here to this little deep spot. We're going to spin it around and we're going to jump back up on plane. You can see those guys, they finally got their boat to a little deeper water. And yeah, we're going to get it spun around and jump right back up on plane in about 3.5, 4 inches of water here where it starts to get darker. So yeah, I never realized all these guys were stuck until I went back and edited this. Another thing to notice here, guys, as you guys can see, their motor is trimmed pretty high up as they're getting back in their boat to get to this little deep spot. They're pretty much trimmed up as high as they can go before, you know, they start sucking up air. I'm going to turn the camera here. You're going to look. My motor's trimmed all the way down. I can't trim it down any lower. So from here, I say, let's see what she's got. I load her down, we jump up on a plane, and we're gone. We're right through that same spot where we just touched bottom, and the boat is rocketing 30, 34 miles an hour back off again, and we're gone.
Just like that. That's how it works. Extreme hole shots, man. I mean, you see it just launched us out of that shallow water. Water was about this deep where we were sitting, where we launched through. So just a huge advantage over the mud boat. The mud boat barely would even have made it in that spot just because of how hard packed the bottom was. So very cool that this boat can do that. And it'll do that pretty easily with 4 people in it. So on that note, we're gonna start making our way back to the river. Yeah, not much more to it other than to go fishing, right? So hopefully these next couple videos you got coming up, the wind's a little better, the weather's a little nicer, and we'll start getting into our fishing season pretty much probably starting now, really. We're starting to get those lower temps. So from there, see what happens, guys. All right, guys, well, there you have it. This boat is no stranger to running shallow, and it's not going to be a stranger to running shallow. That's kind of the whole reason why I ditched the mud boat and got with this. More power, more room. I guess you would say easier maintenance. It's literally pretty much just the same as the mud boat with the jet foot here, because all I gotta do is just grease the jet foot every time I take it out and do the oil changes on the motor there. And seeing that this is brand new, I think I got 3 years of oil changes, so really can't beat it. So pretty happy with it. And yeah, more to come. We're gonna make our way upriver. I'll get us some footage of upriver a little bit, and we'll probably take some pretty photos of the boat, throw them on here for you guys as well. If you guys haven't, you can go right over to my socials, Wikiwachi Waterman, pretty much on everything. Instagram, TikTok. Our TikTok's blowing up really good right now. We do live streams on our TikTok all the time. So if you guys want, jump over there. Hit the subscribe though if you want to see more of the jet boat and see what actually we can do with this thing, because as you've seen, I'm probably going to find myself in a little bit of trouble, and we're probably going to get this thing stuck, and we are definitely going to bounce this thing off the bottom quite a few times in the upcoming years. So stick around, guys. We appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy these pictures that I take of the boat, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the boat. Tell me if I made a good idea, bad idea. Your input is everything, so should be good. Should have fun. If you guys do want to come out on the jet boat, don't be afraid. Give me a call. Message me on any of the socials. I'm still doing fishing trips. Pretty much Limited to weekdays. I have been still running the airboats and stuff like that for Captain Oz at Light Lines Good Times, and we're still out here doing the thing. So if you guys want, you guys can book a ride on the airboat, or you can go ahead and come fishing with me on the new jet boat. So choice is yours. Thank you for watching, guys. We're gonna see you guys later for sure. Thank you. Bye.